Hello, my name is Trevor Lewis and welcome to another video from the Voyager Middle School STEAM Lab. This is another xDesign basics video, and this one we're going to learn about how to make reference planes. So a plane is a flat surface, but instead of just like a piece of paper, the idea behind a plane is that flat surface extends out into all directions infinitely far. It's a geometric term, and we can use these in xDesign or in SolidWorks to define different areas for us to draw on. We've already used the built-in planes to draw sketches, the XY plane and the YZ plane and the ZX plane. But these planes right here are all parallel planes to this XY plane. That's the reference plane that is referencing there. So right from this view, it's hard to tell what's going on, but if I middle click and I rotate, you can kind of see that these planes are all different depths apart, and some of them are different shapes and sizes too. I got 3 that are the standard size, and then one that I made bigger and one that I made long and skinny. But just because they're that shape doesn't mean that when I sketch on them, my sketch has to fit inside that plane. If I go to sketch here and I grab a circle and I grab this top plane up here that's long and skinny, you can see when I click on it, I get the whole infinite plane to draw on. So if I make my drawing bigger than that plane, it's okay. If you leave it at the default size like this one, let me try a sketch on this plane where it's the default size. I think if I make my sketch bigger than the plane, it will probably, oh no, I thought it might resize. Sometimes it does that, but you can see that plane is on and you can see it. Once you have some planes, you can sketch in them like this. You can also hide the plane. If I click on the plane, I get some options here. I can start a new sketch. I can create a reference plane from that plane. Although this is not working from other reference planes right now. Hopefully that'll be fixed in an update in the future. Or I could hide the plane. When I hide the plane, I still see the sketch that's in the plane, but that little blue square that defines the plane is gone. So I like to do that after I've used the plane sometimes because it makes it so I can see my model better. But another thing I like to do is I like to look at the plane straight on. That they say normal to. Normal means perpendicular. So I want to look straight down on this plane. I select the plane, I choose normal to. So that way I can look straight down and see what everything looks like. I can also do that over here with my view cube by just clicking on the top. Okay. So how did I make these planes? Let's back up and make them. Okay. So now we're back to the beginning. If I want to get back to a normal isometric view, I can click this little caret to open this menu, and then I can choose isometric view, get to me that nice 3/4 view. With nothing here to zoom in on, I don't want to be zooming around a lot, but I want to make a reference plane. So this is where things get a little confusing because the way I explain it to my students is sketch is for flat stuff, it's for 2D, and features is for 3D stuff where you have to like use your hands to show what you're trying to talk about. A plane is flat. But the fact that I'm creating a reference plane where I have a plane here, but I'm going to create a plane above it, that's when I start going 3D. So the reference plane is actually in the features menu, and it's right here. And I actually have a different types of references I can build, but I'm going to build a reference plane, which is the default. And it wants to have a reference. So which one of these planes am I building a plane parallel to? So we're going to do this for the vase, so we want them all parallel to the XY plane. By default, it goes 10 millimeters away, which is not very far. 10 millimeters is only a centimeter. So because we're 3D printing this, I might want to make this a little bit bigger. It's going to depend on the design that you want. I'm just going to type in 30 since I'm using millimeters in my model. It doesn't matter if I type the mm or not. If I just hit enter, it will go to 30 millimeters. I can also drag this line here and drop the plane where I want it. And like everything in xDesign or SolidWorks, I have to click the green check mark to save it. So there's my first plane that I have from this XY plane. And I can choose the XY plane again and say I want a reference plane right there. I don't even have to go to the features menu. Again, by default, it's at 10. Again, I can drag it. So this is a good way if you need to make some sketches that are far apart from each other and not just at different perpendiculars. This is a good way to make those planes so that you can make those objects. So I can just keep making reference planes for as many as you would like. For our vase, you're going to need at least the XY plane and 2 more, but you can have more planes than that. And if you want to resize the plane, you can select it and you can grab a corner and make it bigger, or you can grab a corner and make it smaller. You can hide them by clicking on them here. You can also do that by clicking on them over here. If you click over here, you get the same pop-up menu. So I can hide a plane. But I'll never lose it because it's still listed here. so I can always show it again. That is how you make a reference plane. Try some reference planes out and use this for our vase lofting project.